Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. The excitement among ARMYs in Arlington, Texas, is growing as BTS World Tour ARIRANG at AT&T Stadium approaches. A new video shows that the BTS merchandise line for Day 1 in Arlington is already stretching out and packed with fans. From the very beginning, ARMYs have been eager to get their hands on official merchandise while welcoming RM, Jin, SUGA, Jikook, Jimin, V, and Jungkook to one of America's most iconic stadiums. The BTS fever isn't limited to the venue either. At Shinsky Square, BTS visuals were also displayed on a huge digital screen, immediately catching people's attention. This has become part of the growing global atmosphere surrounding the ARIRANG tour. From merchandise lines to giant digital screens, everything shows that BTS fever goes far beyond the walls of a stadium. Amid the excitement leading up to Arlington, footage from BTS World Tour ARIRANG in Busan has also given fans another look at BTS behind the scenes. Beyond the massive stage and spectacular performances, the footage captures preparations, conversations, jokes, and spontaneous moments that show the 7 members in their most natural state. During concert preparations, BTS discussed almost every detail of the show. They checked positions, stage entrances and exits, choreography, special effects, fireworks, and even the water cannons. Every element was carefully reviewed to ensure the performance would run smoothly and avoid confusion when they appeared in front of thousands of ARMYs. But their serious discussions never lasted too long. Conversations often turned into jokes. One topic that caught attention was Taehyung's changing appearance. The members talked about his weight loss, new hairstyle, and how much younger he looked. They even compared him to the HYYH, or the most beautiful moment in life, era, as if Taehyung had returned to his younger self. Taehyung then explained that he had indeed set a goal to lose weight, although he did not go into detail about the reason. The conversation soon turned into jokes about physical training and his muscles. Moments like these show how even the simplest conversations among BTS can naturally turn into something entertaining. They also thought about creating more interactions in front of the cameras. Since they sometimes perform separately on certain parts of the stage, they came up with ideas to gather together, approach the camera, and do something funny so viewers could feel their sense of togetherness. These small details show that BTS think not only about the grand scale of the performance, but also about the little moments that can make ARMY smile. Backstage, the atmosphere often felt more like a group of friends simply hanging out. They talked about food, honey, fish, and various Busan specialties. They teased one another, joked about who should pay for the food, and even paid attention to each other's physical condition. When some members complained about pain in the back of their necks, they even joked that the discomfort somehow made them even more alike. Their attention to detail could also be seen when they discussed honey and in-ear monitors. Even seemingly small things mattered because they had to get ready to return to the stage. Once all the preparations were complete, the atmosphere changed dramatically as BTS appeared in front of ARMY. They greeted the audience, encouraged everyone to sing and jump along, and enjoyed the incredible energy of the concert. BTS returning to Korea for such a massive performance felt especially meaningful. During their speeches, the members repeatedly thanked ARMY for showing up despite the hot weather. They expressed how happy they were to meet their fans again and hoped that the night would become an unforgettable memory. Busan itself holds a special meaning because it is the hometown of Jungkook and Jimin. When this was mentioned, the members joked that if Busan was the hometown of the two of them, then perhaps the city could also be considered the hometown of all of BTS. It was a simple joke, but it created one of the warmest and most personal moments. They also remembered various little incidents from the concert. One happened during Idol, when the members briefly became confused about which exit to take. Namjoon walked ahead, and the others followed because they assumed he knew exactly where he was going. The situation later became a joke, with Namjoon being compared to a victorious general marching forward while the other members followed behind him. Choreography evaluations were also ongoing. They watched each other's movements and made sure every part was performed correctly. Even when small mistakes happened, the members were not afraid to discuss them and find ways to improve their next performance. In between, there were still plenty of lighthearted moments, including jokes about Jungkook's physical strength, food, and each other's habits. There was also a small incident during swim, when an insect appeared on Taehyung's arm. At first, it was even mistaken for something shiny because it kept moving. Once they realized it was an insect, the members gently helped remove it. It may have been a simple moment, but it showed how attentive they are to one another even while performing on stage. One of the most meaningful parts came when BTS reflected on their 13-year journey. They realized just how long their journey together had been. They took photos, joked about the group's age, and compared their journey to their school years. The Bangtan, Bangtan, Bang Bangtan chant could once again be heard amid the laughter, but behind the jokes was a clear sense of how much BTS and ARMY have experienced together. The atmosphere became more emotional during the closing speeches. The members talked about how much they missed ARMY and how long they had been waiting for the chance to meet their fans again in Busan. They also expressed their appreciation for all the staff working behind the scenes to make the concert possible. Their 13-year journey together became a powerful theme throughout the moment. One member even shared that they had not been feeling particularly sentimental lately, but the atmosphere that night brought those emotions back. Returning to Busan, performing in Korea, meeting ARMY, and celebrating BTS's long journey together made the experience even more meaningful. As the finale approached, BTS once again thanked ARMY in different languages, including arigato, thank you, xie xie, and obrigado. The members then started asking one another what other languages they could use while laughing together. It was a simple and playful ending after such an emotional series of conversations. Ultimately, the BTS World Tour ARIRANG Busan footage feels like much more than a concert documentary. We get to see BTS preparing the stage, checking every detail, reviewing choreography, discussing special effects, eating together, joking around, teasing one another, looking after each other, and remembering different moments from the performance. At the same time, the footage shows just how special it was for BTS to return to Busan and celebrate 13 years together with ARMY. Perhaps that is the most beautiful part of it all. Behind the massive stage, fireworks, water cannons, choreography, and thousands of fans, there are still 7 people simply being themselves, joking together, looking after one another, remembering their long journey, and enjoying each other's company. And now, as the merchandise lines in Arlington continue to grow and ARMY excitement reaches new heights, the ARIRANG journey continues. From Busan to Texas, every city brings a different story, but one thing remains the same: the passion of ARMY and the incredible energy of BTS that make this journey so special. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest updates from Jikook Moments. See you in the next video.